Hi, my name's Amanda from Learning to Love Well, and excuse my voice, this video comes at kind of an interesting time because I just got over probably a sickness that leveled me for about 3 days during the homeschool week, and by God's grace, I'm on the mend, but I still sound like this, so I apologize. If you are new to the channel, this is a channel all about homeschool. We talk about all things related to homeschool, specifically from a Christian homeschool perspective. We do integrate biblical principles, and we also talk about being homeschool mamas, anything from curriculum sales to STEM projects to how to just get through things if you're overwhelmed or stressed out, or just overall homeschool encouragement. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So like I said, this week I got leveled with a cold. I don't actually know what kind of cold it was. I don't know if it was like a COVID thing or what, but man, I got leveled. My head hurt so bad I could barely get my head up. All I wanted to do was sleep. And obviously, when you are a homeschool mom, it is not like you drop your kids off at public school and you stay home and you recover. There is obviously no substitute that is coming to the rescue unless you have an amazing substitute backup. That being said, how do you function in homeschool, especially if you're new to homeschool? This can seem like overwhelm, like, oh my goodness, how in the world am I going to homeschool 1 kid, 2 kid, 3 kid, 4 kid while I can barely lift up my head? So we have homeschooled now for 7 years, and I have 3 school-age kids. I have a tiny tot who's about to head into, actually, technically, this child did already start their kindergarten curriculum, but really, they don't have to for another year. So, yes, we have 4 kids in the house. My husband works outside of the home. So we have days where if mama's sick or, we have a couple kids sick. This time I got it the worst, and we had 2 other kids that were sick and 2 that were completely unfazed by whatever it was. So, yeah. So what did I do? Okay, so my situation's a little different, and it has looked different over the years. If you are a mama who has all tiny kids, this could look like you laying on the couch while you put on an educational video and you are just, sitting on the couch, or you allow them to maybe work on an electronic, or you do a project that is very low maintenance, low need. For example, puzzles put together, or you have them construct a fort, or you have them do something that doesn't need as much hands-on from you. Depending on your level of technology integration, this could be more simple or more difficult. I think it was the last time I had COVID, which was about a year ago. My children and I watched a Hallmark series about Love Comes Softly throughout that whole day because I just did not have anything. Now, we had been reading a lot of the Janetta Oak books. We had found the One Calls the Heart series, and them just watching it through, and them now being able to compare it to the books now that we're reading through it, worked out really well. You have pre-K kids. This could look like getting blocks and big Legos out, the ones that you don't have to worry about them swallowing, and setting it up in the living room while you rest your head and just keep your eyes open and watch them make kind of creations, and they can pick out what blocks they are and what color blocks, and or tactile play learning. You could also do things like for low maintenance snacks, or even for crafty things for maybe some older kids. We've taken the stick pretzels and mini marshmallows and let them build forts together. Now, we didn't do that while I was sick, but we have done it, and it does keep your children preoccupied, and it's a fun little snack for them. For your older kids, If they are already working on self-paced subjects, it works very well for your older kids to assist your younger kids or to get them on something that needs less brain power from mom. During these days, I don't get a lot of grading done. If you can barely, lift up your head, obviously, you're not doing a whole lot of grading, you're not doing a whole lot of educational instructing work. But this can look different for every single person. One of the things that I have found works really well is allowing them to do their self-paced subjects. The kids that can do those subjects by themselves, they do, and they just come to me when they need me. Also, one of the benefits to homeschool is if one of your children isn't feeling good and they have the capability of laying in bed and reading, or laying in bed and just working on their homework, or even having your child pull up next to you in your bed and just walking through things and reading the subjects to them. You can also keep them from falling behind if they've been sick for an extended period of time. I know when we had COVID, probably the last year, I will say that there was a huge, almost like round robin effect for my kids, where when one got sick right after, and got sick right after that. And so because of that, being able to just do homeschool in the bed, work around which child was healthy, which child was sick, gave us a little bit of a rest, but it also made it to where we weren't falling that behind, and we are still integrating schoolwork into those days, so we didn't have to take all of them off. One of the things I really want to encourage you, which is probably the main thing I want to encourage you, is that this is going to look different for everybody. And this video is more like a launching pad to realize that you don't have to do it the way that maybe you would have done it when you were in public school, where you just stayed home and stayed sick in bed. Sick days are amazing documentary days, like days when you're studying something in World War II and you want to put on a documentary, or drive through history. Another thing for those who implement technology, there is Liberty Kids, which is a whole cartoon series on the Revolutionary War. There are a ton. Drive Through History is a Christian-based history program that takes you to all the different sites. They do it from a biblical worldview. They have one on the Old Testament. They also have one on the American history as well. Answers in Genesis have debates, which if your kids ever want to listen into the Answers in Genesis news, or listen into some of the debates that they do, that would be a great lesson for your children to listen to. You have good, clean resources you can even find on YouTube, like alpha blocks or number blocks, that just really help kids with math and reading. And they tend to be very clean. I haven't seen anything. I think they were put out by the BBC. And all of those are really great choices for when you just don't have the instructional ability. And also utilizing your older kids is also very good as well. So if any of this helps, if you know a good tip to get through sick days with your kids, put it down in the comment section. Go ahead and drop a comment and let me know. Love to hear for your ideas. If you've made it this far in the video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you'd like to see and things that you would also like to know what to do. If you've made it this far in the video, drop a comment down below. Let me know you made it, and I thank you for watching this video. I hope you get really good content out of it, and I hope you enjoy. God bless, and have a great day.